Alright. We have another Infinity Kingdom video for all of you guys out there. It is all about the recent patch notes, the notes for patch 2.5. They were short but quite interesting. It's the latest patch to grace the world of Infinity Kingdom, and as part of its pre-rollout, the team behind the Infinity Kingdom have released both the patch notes, which we are going to review in this video, including the Battle Chess new minigame game version thingy, as well as an free gift event for all of you guys to participate in through the Infinity Kingdom forums. So that's what we're gonna do today. For the main notes, it's Battle Chess. It's all about Battle Chess in the patch notes. It's a brand new minigame mode where players fight on a chessboard style formatty thing using the characters, the immortals that we know from Infinity Kingdom, as well as some new spell cards. More on that later. They do resemble some of the things we've seen from immortal abilities so far, but they are not quite one-on-one, so we can't really assume that they are the same. But it's pretty safe bet that these are general abilities like with damaging, healing, utility effects. Anyway, we're gonna begin with first things first, which is the free gifts event. I just want to get this right up front, in case you haven't noticed, in case you're not frequenting the official Infinity Kingdom forums, then you may not have seen this forum post. But the team behind Infinity Kingdom have set up a patch note reading conference event. In essence, what you're gonna do is go to the link that I've included down below. You're gonna read the patch notes, you're gonna toss in your Lord ID in a comment and just say something about the event. Players are of course encouraged to read the patch notes and give suggestions, opinions, questions, whatever you may have about this latest patch straight to the team via their own forum. By doing so, you participate in a draw event for gift rewards. As I said, links down below, right next to the bell. Just saying. Anyway, as players are encouraged to read these patch notes, you read them, you toss in your Lord ID, you comment. That's it. Event deadline is March 16th at midnight. So you guys got what? 6 days left. Go nuts. Anyway, let's dive on into the juicy bits of this patch 2.5. It's a brand new minigame. It's a minigame called Battle Chess, and it's coming to Infinity Kingdom with update 2.5. In this, we're gonna be diving into this new game mode and called Battle Chess. We are clearly going to be using some of our favorite immortals that we know well from the real game, the old standard Infinity Kingdom. They're gonna be deployed in a chessboard styled arena and fight against other players. In addition, you're going to have some form of arcane cards, which are used to create magical chess-style battlegrounds with spells flying overhead. It's pretty standard setup: kill the enemy king and claim victory, but more on that later. The setting, what do we know about this Battle Chess? Because it's not live yet, and all we know is a combination of rumors and interpretations of the patch notes. Anyway, we do know that the setting is a chessboard, but instead of the traditional chess pieces, we are going to be left with just the king as well as immortals. So we're going to be using Infinity Kingdom immortals to substitute the traditional chess pieces that we all know. In addition to that, players are choosing a deck of spell cards to be used in combat for various effects. by the looks of these skills, they're going to be well in line with Immortals' ultimate abilities that we know from the original game. Stuff like dealing damage. We've got a fireball in there. That's probably going to be a damage skill, right? We've got some healing icons. That's probably going to be a heal. We've got some frosty things. Maybe there's going to be slow effects. We got something on the right side that looks kind of like a tiller. Perhaps we are even going to have silence effects and control effects in here. The pieces we have used different mechanics and concepts. We know that. It seems that they're using a piece unique resource called stamina for movement. At least it is for sure going to be a stamina based movement on your king, whether every piece, every immortal uses stamina as well. That is not entirely clear, but that is going to be a key resource, at least for your king, moving along the battlefield. By the sounds of it, the player is also going to be continuously earning perhaps the most key resource in this entire game, energy marks, and you're going to be regenerating these throughout the entire fight. It seems that at the core of this, you can choose to spend these energy marks casting spell cards, the cards that you've chosen in your deck. More on that later. In addition, you as the player spend these energy marks to summon immortals on the board. You may also have to spend energy marks to use their abilities, the immortals' abilities. That's not very clear to me, at least based on the patch notes, but it is for certain that the primary use of energy marks is going to be 1 summoning immortals and 2 casting spell cards. For sort of the overall concept, or whatever we want to call it, of this game, like what's it going to be all about, I think that we can pretty safely assume that it's going to be it's a chess game, so it's a strategy and positioning game, but seen as the emphasis on energy marks and the fact that you're going to be summoning immortals, kind of like we know from Hearthstone and Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh and whatever they're called, all of them, magic cards and stuff like that. The resource management is probably gonna be a core competency in order to really excel at this game. Anyway, there are some official details in the patch notes on the pieces we have to use here. We got the king. First of all, the king has HP, and each side will generate a king in the beginning of the game. It's going to be your core unit that you want to protect and want to attack the enemy's king. He is the one who we know is going to be using stamina. It's going to be using stamina to move along the sides, move from one piece to one square to the next. For the second ones, we got immortals. They also have HP, meaning that we are going to be killing the pieces of your enemy, spending your pieces to tank for your king, etc. These require energy marks to summon. You're gonna automatically get a bunch of them in the beginning of the game, but these do cost energy marks when you are summoning additional immortals, and perhaps even able to resummon immortals that have died. Anyway, it seems that they are automatically attacking enemy pieces and casting skills. Immortals have their own sort of code of conduct, it's called in the patch notes. Got normal, fixed point, follow, patrol, charge, etc. Passive skills and energy skills. Whether everything is cast on auto and without energy marks is unclear to me, but it does seem that energy marks are going to be just summoning and spell cards, but it might also be used to do something with energy skills. We'll have to see. Anyway, they are kind of an auto chess thingy, if you know that from other games, where these are performing their role semi-automatically. And they got these different conduct modes where you got normal, you got fixed point, follow, patrol, charge, right? So you got something where you can kind of say hold here you can say follow this guy, and you can patrol an area in the chessboard or straight charge at the enemy. How precisely these work is going to be interesting to see, but that does, by the sound of it, lead something that will lead to some strategy at the later stage. For the third piece that we know we are gonna have, the arcane cards. These have no HP, they are not units you are deploying on the field, instead they are skills. So they cost energy marks to use. I think they're kind of like spell cards in other similar games, like think of Hearthstone or something like that. So you just spend your energy marks and then you can cast said ability somewhere on the battlefield. For victory conditions, we have a couple different things under the joint label of game mechanics. The first up is victory conditions. It's simple, it's straight to the point. The enemy king reaches 0 health points, HP, and you win. Kill the king. It's chess, right? Pre-game preparations. Think of, in the official notes it says, before a game starts the player must select 9 pieces from the Immortal and Arcane decks. So kind of think of games like Magic Card, Pokemon cards, Hearthstone, whatever you've played in the past, or Google them and you'll quickly get the point. In essence, what you're going to be doing is creating decks the same way that you set up a March or Tower Knowledge skills in the real Infinity Kingdom game. But in this minigame, we are choosing immortals and magical spell cards to be deployed in the chess field instead of setting up a formation with skills on. For gameplay, at the beginning of the game, chess pieces will be randomly sorted into the battle zone. Precisely how random that is, I do not know, but it seems you are going to be getting 6 pieces, 6 out of the 9 pieces that you've chosen in your deck in the pre-game preparations. 6 of those pieces are going to be deployed instantly to the battlefield, and you can play with them. Then you reach at marks, and you can deploy more stuff. And the more stuff that you can deploy are the 3 pieces remaining from your 9-piece deck, and these 3 pieces are going to be in something called the waiting zone. After an immortal dies, you also transfer this immortal to the waiting zone, and maybe we're going to be able to resummon said immortal, but that's unknown for now. Anyway, you use energy marks to put chess pieces into the battle zone, and as well as casting spell cards or arcane cards. The immortal pieces will automatically attack your enemies, like we said before. And then we have the last mechanic, speed up mode. For all of you who played World of Warcraft and stuff like that, this is an enrage mechanic, right? It's a speed up timer that forces the game to end, the encounter to end at a certain time. The way that they have done it in this game mode, in Battle Chess, is they are making sure that a chess game can't take ridiculous amounts of time by having this speed up mode, where players' kings begin to lose HP continuously. Eventually that's going to kill them and the game ends, right? In addition, during this stage, the speed up mode stage of the fight, players are also going to be earning more energy marks. You're going to be earning these marks at an increased rate, making the game go faster. Speed up mode, right? Makes sense. Okay, it sounds pretty damn interesting. I for one I'm keen to get this out and try it out. If they made the spells interesting and balanced and as strategy friendly as I imagine it's gonna be, and strategy dependent as I think it's gonna be, I think it could be quite a lot of fun. Anyway, how are we actually going to be playing this? How to play? There are 2 event prerequisite requirements, so requirements that you need to complete in order to unlock this minigame mode. The first one is that your server has to have completed Royal Ambition in the Chronicle. This will make you all eligible to participate in Battle Chess. In addition to that, they have set a requirement of Lord level 11 or higher to participate. So you can't just make a ton of alts and do like that. I'm not really sure why, but you're going to be restricted to level 11 characters. How do we access Battle Chess then? When it is released, it is not released yet. We only have the patch notes, but when it is, you are going to be accessing Battle Chess by clicking in the bottom right corner on the Well of Time icon, and on that page of multiple events, you will have to pick something that's probably going to be besides Well of Time and Contention and Relics, or perhaps at the very end. But at the very least, we know that this is the section of the game where you will have access to Battle Chess, just the same as you have access to Well of Time, Contention, Relics, Lucian Battles, Throne, etc. So for the last thing, we have game modes. That's an interesting point, because it seems that they have not finished development on Battle Chess, and it seems that we are going to be getting more updates for Battle Chess. But to begin with, we're gonna get Battle Chess with a single game mode available called Entertainment Mode. Battle Chess will contain a variety of different modes, but they are currently under development. That was said quite clearly in the patch notes. In Entertainment Mode, you can choose to be auto-matched against random enemy opponents, or you can invite friends from your alliance to fight against. The game is going to be available 24/7. It's not going to be a thing like Consensual Relic, Throne of the Supreme, these things that only happen in intervals. It's just going to be open and available. One last thing on this, it's called Entertainment Mode, and more modes are coming, right? Hint, hint, hint. There's probably gonna be a competitive mode, some sort of tournament-styled version of this event coming out, just the same as we've seen with IBs and IB Prime League. Anyway, that is the notes for 2.5 with the free gift event and Battle Chess. It was all about Battle Chess and not really anything else in the patch notes this time, but doesn't really have to be, because this sounds pretty fun. I'll see you all on the chess battlefield.